All right, let's get real because Pokemon's latest set, Pitch Black, has been going through a significant drop, and prices for the singles and sealed product are just taking massive drops right now. And it seems the Pokemon market is going back to what it used to be like. One thing that everyone says, they go, "Oh, Phil, yeah, every time a new set releases, singles always drop." But honestly, that's not really always the case. And that was like what it used to be like when Crown Zenith and Twilight Masquerade, when they all dropped, sure, that was the case. But ever since like Prismatic Evolutions, it's actually been the opposite. In fact, in 2025, there was a lot of circumstances when the cheapest option to buy a card was actually when the set just released. Though the latest set, Pitch Black, has been going through a really rough journey. And it's funny because I think this makes it now 3 sets in a row that have had very bad reception in terms of the broader market. Earlier in the year, we had Perfect Order, and that didn't really get people excited, and a lot of people called it the worst Pokemon set of all time, which I felt was a little bit harsh. I mean, we did have the Meowth SIR and the Clefairy Illustration Rare, which I personally think are both S-tier artworks, but regardless, people didn't like the set, and of course, prices reflect that. Same thing with Chaos Rising, and I thought that would actually be a bit more liked than it has been, but prices for that have taken a massive decline, and right now you can find Chaos Rising for retail price. It's actually not hard at all, though Pitch Black has really solidified this, and as you're about to see in this video, Pitch Black has had a rough reception, though I think right now I would just be telling you all, enjoy this quiet period, because once the 30th celebration releases, I don't know if this is gonna last, man. All right, let's get into Pitch Black, and here I'm on the booster box, and of course, this has had a pretty big price decrease. Pitch Black, Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, the Mega Evolution era as a whole, I don't know, man. I don't know if I've been really loving it that much. Literally, the S-tier set so far has been Ascended Heroes, and that's a specialty set. In terms of the mainline sets, a lot of them have been like one-trick ponies. You had Phantasmal Flames, pretty much that is pull Charizard or bust. Same with even Mega Evolution. You've got the Gardevoir and the Lucario. A lot of that set leaves a lot to be desired, and even with all of these sets, the reception has been pretty poor. Right now, I'm on Pitch Black, okay? It was selling for a high for $293, all that hype, that crazy demand that was there. Right now, Pitch Black booster boxes are selling for $200 US. Dude, that is crazy right now to see the prices of the booster boxes, how much they've dropped in terms of that initial hype. Everyone saw the Akira Gawa, Mega Darkrai SIR. Everyone was like, this is going to be insane. But no, they've definitely dropped. I just feel like this is almost a bit of a calm before the storm because we all know what's going to happen once 30th celebration hits. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be insane. Everyone's going to just be jumping on that. It's going to be wildfire. We all know that. So right now, I'd be really loving what is happening right now. Also, I know a lot of you guys have messaged me about my back. It is getting better, thankfully. Moving a bit better. Man, it was a rough couple of days, but honestly, appreciate all of you for like just looking out for me and sending me those messages. But I do actually have a funny story. So I actually went out to get dinner with my family and I ordered some margarita pizzas, and on the menu, it said order margarita and you could add pepperoni. It was like for a couple of bucks. Anyway, I go up to order and I go to the guy, hey man, could I please get a margarita and just add pepperoni? And he looks at me and he's like, pepperoni on margarita? I go, yeah, I mean, it's on your menu. It literally says add pepperoni for a couple of bucks. I want to add pepperoni. He's like, never heard of that one, mate. Never heard of someone adding pepperoni to margarita. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? All right, fine. Processed meat's bad for you. Whatever. I'm not going to get the pepperoni on my margarita. So I go, just give me the margarita. Anyway, 10 minutes later, this dude comes and gives me a margarita alcoholic beverage. And my dad, you know, he's a big Serbian guy. He's like, oh, we did not order this. Who put the margarita here? And then the guy's like, no, we've got a margarita here. My dad's like, this is for pizza, not for margarita alcoholic drink. And I'm just thinking, how on earth did that guy not realize I was talking about margarita pizza when I said pepperoni? What a banana. But anyway, moving on. And here we are on the Pokemon Center Pitch Black exclusive Elite Trainer box. Right here, we can see it was selling for $615. I have no idea who was paying that. But yeah, man, sharp decline. Pokemon Center ETB right now selling for $131. Crazy hype and momentum. It's really good what's happening because it's happened 3 times in a row. And seeing the scalpers get burned has been quite refreshing because what's happened before this, okay? I'm gonna just explain the whole journey, how this has happened, okay? Last year we had Prismatic Evolutions, and then all the scalpers went super hard on Journey Together, and then they were looking at Journey Together and they were like, oh wow, I just over leveraged myself, and it was pretty much a set that didn't have the fan demand, and then they got burned. But then after that, you had Destined Rivals, you had Black Bolt White Flare, and the scalpers never had a bit of a time period to learn their lesson because they all were able to scalp Journey Together. But then you had Destined Rivals right after that, and that was a crazy success. And then the same thing with Black Bolt White Flare, that was also a success. So they've never really, and then even now later in the year, you had Phantasmal Flames, Ascended Heroes. So really they only had one kind of learning mistake with Journey Together. But right now, when you've invested heavily in Perfect Order, and then you go, nah, Chaos Rising is gonna be crazy, and then that doesn't work out. And now the same thing with Pitch Black. Guess what? Are you really gonna be doing it for the next set? As it stands, the next set is the 30th celebration, and all those scalpers are gonna get their big tick, and they're just gonna be getting their green tick of approval that they made the right choice with that. But you know, if it wasn't a 30th celebration next, and we did have another lackluster set, I honestly think that would be enough to really pause the scalping situation, because once it happens 4 times in a row, that's just way too many lessons. But like I said, we got the 30th celebration, will be a little bit different. Also, I have been absolutely loving Pokemon Champions lately. I'm not sure if anyone here is playing though. I finally made it to the Master Ball tier. Though now I'm just getting thrashed in there. Now also, if you have been playing Pokemon Champions, honestly, I would love to see some of your videos or your battles. Just throw them in my channel's Discord server. Right now, we do have a new Pokemon Champions section. I've versed a few of the people there as well. A lot of fun. Definitely join the Discord. The server invite is in the video's description. Moving on to the Mega Darkrai Special Illustration Rare. Really cool artwork. I love this card. This just looks harrowing, man. It's a menacing card, sinister, whatever word you want to use to describe it. It is cool, very unique. I do think this card is going to have a similar kind of energy to Giratina V. Anyway, we can see the card was selling for around 550. Anyway, it's dropped down right now to 310 USD. Definitely an expensive card, but with the way top chase cards are going, it was getting crazy. To be honest, I do think this is a highlight from the Mega Evolution era. Right now, this is up there, man. To me, this is up there with the Trikachu. It's up there with the Charizard X. It is up there with the Mega Gengar, the Mega Dragonite. It is looking cool, man. Real talk, I'm liking this card a lot. I don't know, man. Mega Darkrai, as much as people didn't like it, I know when a lot of people played Legends EA, to be honest, like I always said, Mega Darkrai looks better in movement than it does as a static image, though this card actually complements the static image really well. Akira Ogawa cooked, man. She nailed this artwork. It is actually so good. But yeah, the price right now I think is okay. I wouldn't expect this to drop heavily after this, to be honest. I just feel the artwork is too good, and if there is a bit of an opportunity, right now we're in that summer period, everything's going down, everything's crashing, everyone's running out of Pokemon, everyone's scared, you're seeing all the kind of things that are happening, but trust me, man, as soon as this summer period is over and you start buying Pokemon collectibles again, the market will ramp up a little bit, especially when the 30th celebration comes around. Please, if you are selling out of fear, you know what? It's just best that you do that, because you shouldn't be playing that game. Just if this is your first year and you can see your collectibles dropping, honestly, it's a good lesson for everyone, because they should have never climbed the way they did. So a little bit of a correction is very healthy at the moment. Also, I wanted to say, if you have been loving the video, my name's Phil and I create content around Pokemon cards and investing in collectibles. I'd really love to have you here. Honestly, it's always great seeing new people on the channel. Moving on to a really cool card that is seeing a bit of a bounce back is the Morpeko. So here's the Morpeko. It was selling for $197, went down to 102, and right now selling for $135. Pretty cool artwork, man. Honestly, Pitch Black, these two cards alone make the set really stand out. But to be honest, in terms of the special illustration rares, this is really all it's got going for it. Like, if I'm being real, like the illustration rares to me are a little bit like, some of them are okay. I personally would have loved if the Primarina was an EX. I think we could have used the Gen 7 starter as a special illustration rare. I actually don't think we've even got one Gen 7 starter as an SIR yet. So to me, I don't know, Primarina as an EX would have been awesome. But seeing this at 135, I'm not surprised at all. I always thought, you could see my previous video when I talked about Pitch Black and I was going through the artwork reveals, I predicted that this card would be heavily in demand. Always thought that Mega Darkrai would be the top chase, but this one would be second. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one go up, man. I really wouldn't. It is unique. It is different. It's something fresh. I think collectibles, and right now people are looking for new, exciting cards. This is one of them. Really awesome artwork. And And yeah, it's a standout. It's definitely one that you look at and you're like, wow, okay, that's pretty crazy. Though moving on to the Mega Zeraora, you can see right now selling for 72. Personally, not the biggest fan of this card. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't even like Mega Zeraora that much anyway. But if you did like this card or you did pull it, you do have a pretty valuable card on your hands. But then again, nothing crazy. It's not competing with the Morpeko or the Mega Darkrai. But yeah, man, Pitch Black, let me know your thoughts. Have you been opening this set? This is one of those sets that you can open pretty guilt-free right now, to be honest. It's one of those rare sets that you shouldn't really have any reservations about buying it. I've actually seen a lot of people buying Pitch Black under retail price, which I haven't seen since probably like what, Stellar Crown? That's the last time I've seen some of that. So yeah, it is really good to see that. But again, I don't want to be that doomsday, you know, I'm not that kind of guy, but 30th celebration is coming. Enjoy the moment right now. Enjoy that it's calm right now. Last year's summer period didn't really have this big of a dip. And the reason being is because Destined Rivals released, so it kind of counterbalanced that. Though here, Pitch Black has pretty much released in where Destined Rivals released last year, and it hasn't had the best reception. Here we go though, one that I am actually interested in, and it's a pretty good pickup at the moment, is the Armorage. Right now, there you go, selling for $6. Cool little artwork, man. These illustrations right now are the ones you want to be adding to your collections. I think they're really fun pickups. They're cool. You know, if you do want some of these in your collection, easy to add. I do like some of the illustration rares from Pitch Black, but I have to say, there definitely has been a bit of a consistent theme of, it just feels like the Mega Evolution era, besides Ascended Heroes, has always been giving like half throttle. It's like, it just feels like here's something good, but then here's something not that good. It just feels like that. It's like a very give and take relationship. Same thing here. I was talking about that Primarina. Right now it's selling for $6. Man, like I said, it's a cool artwork, but again, these Gen 7 really has been left out in the Pokemon TCG in terms of top chase cards. We have got not one. There's no Decidueye, there's no Primarina, no Incineroar, absolutely nothing. And it's ironic because Incineroar is pretty much the face of competitive Pokemon if you do play Pokemon Champions. Top tier competitive Pokemon. It's weird to see that it hasn't got any love. And again, moving on to the Mega Chandelure, was selling for around $95, currently selling for $52. So like I said, with Pitch Black, you do have those two really cool SIRs with the Mega Darkrai and Morpeko, and the rest does leave a little bit left to be desired. And again, we're seeing some pretty big price drops. I do think things will change eventually with this set. Things are going to be different, things are going to move. But then again, if you are collecting Pitch Black or if you're enjoying the set, I'm thrilled for you, man. Open the set, enjoy it, it's going to be good. But honestly, right now, Pitch Black just seems like it's going to be a very long-term hold, though there has been an interesting thing that's happened recently, and it all comes down to the future of Pokemon cards and what I think is going to be happening in the next 12 months. Well, if you're interested in that, I do actually dive deep into that topic in this video on screen here. In this video, I explore what the next 12 months of Pokemon card investing and collecting will look like. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to really love that video that's appearing on screen. Appreciate you watching, and hey, I'll see you on that next video.